managed to say bear that time and not just call you Ben. So first off, I would like to say hello to Kev Stone. I don't think he's in the stream yet, but he runs one of the local tournament groups for us, and yeah, he said in his tournament group earlier that he finally got mentioned on by Signals on the Front Line, and they managed to spell his tournament's name wrong, which wow,
helpful.
Yeah, so I thought I'd be nice and I'd mention him on here. Apart from that, before we...
What did they spell wrong?
I know, because it's like the Kent 40k tournament or something. Maybe they spent tournament wrong or something.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so I am going to put a poll up. It is very, very simple, to do with part of the news that happened this week. It's very simple. Would you buy into Warhammer Fantasy Battles? We don't know if this is what we're getting. Yeah, I know. Look at that expression. But this is literally the point, isn't it? I mean, like, if this is what's coming back, it needs to be a viable thing that they're going to be able to sell. So, simple question: would you buy into it? I would, but that's because I like fantasy, like regimental armies. That's why I'd get into it. That's if that's what's coming. You know, if.
Anyway.
Yeah, we'll move on to the proper news that we have more information about than just the title. So Black Templars. Now we've got at least one local Black Templar player. I think the rules are quite nice. So up on the screen, I've just got their basic one, which is in the Space Marine Codex, which is they have a reroll on any or all dice for charging, which I think that's nice enough anyway. If you think something like Vanguard Veterans dropping in with a reroll on the charge, that'd be quite nice. And they also get a 5-up, effectively feel no pain on mortal wounds, which again is quite nice. They're meant to be anti-psychers, so it works out quite nice there. But like all Space Marine armies, they're getting a doctrine-related rule. So theirs will be the Assault Doctrine. These ones tend to be the weakest ones because you have to get to the Assault Doctrine, which won't be until the 3rd battle round. But Black Templars, Land Raiders, Deep Striking, I can see them getting their stuff into the Assault Doctrine and ready to go. Basically, if they roll a 6 to hit, when they charge, heroically intervene, or I think are charged. I'm not sure. Let me charge move. No, so they have to be the aggressor in this. It can't be if they're charged. A hit roll of a 6 automatically hits and wounds the target. I don't know. I don't know how big that one is. I suppose if you're playing a particularly aggressive close combat army, that could be quite nice for you. Having played a Blood Angels list recently, I think the Black Rage stuff is better. I don't know. Hello, Ian. You all right? Can you actually hear us? I'm a little bit worried. I keep having to adjust the sound.
I haven't said anything yet. Because I was like reading these rules and I'm like, I've never used heroic intervention.
Oh,
never have.
I've used it a couple of times, but you really need to have the models in the right place. I think the times I've really used heroic intervention is when I've been running like really character-heavy Death Guard armies, and then you've got to use every little rule to survive. Hey, everything is fine sound-wise, Ben. Look at this. I mean, Bear. See, one mistake.
One mistake too many.
Talking of mistakes. They've got so we haven't got all the rules yet because it's in Faith and Fury that they've got all their rules coming out. But there are some, exactly what they did with every other Space Marine army. They've released a couple of Warlord trait, a relic. Warlord trait's quite nice, fits with them very well. The whole deny the witch, but +1, so they don't have a psyker in the army, but they've got the ability to deny. Yeah.
It's kind of a, here, have some rules because we're not giving you a codex.
Well, I think they've got the most rules in the book. So if you think about it, say if I play Black Templar and my Chaos armies and another Space Marine, well, this book would actually be better for me than any of the other supplements because it's got a whole fluffy storyline bit in it and all of these rules.
So you're kind of saying that this is a Black Templar book.
Yeah, I mean it's a Black Templar book more than anything. I might pick it up because it covers a lot of Chaos Space Marine stuff, and it also has the whole. You can upgrade librarians to chief librarians, chaplains to. I can't remember what they call it. It's the head chaplain of the chapter. So there's a lot of sort of fun, fluffy, upgradable bits, which of course means more power creep, but. Yeah. Along with that, Fires of Devotion. I did read all of these before. Oh yes, the litanies. Yeah, so Black Templars get a whole. All of the chapters got their own psychic powers.
Yeah.
Well, that was not going to work out for the Black Templars, so they got a whole spread of litanies, which.
Why? They love psychers.
Yeah, I know. They love them so much that they like to hit them with large maces.
I like to squeeze them so hard that their brains pop out their ass.
So yeah, they've got a litany there, which is what, so adding an extra attack characteristic if they charge. They're already getting +1 attack characteristic now for charging because of the whole new Angels of Death rules. Now they're getting an extra one because of a litany. So let's see, something with what would have had a low number of attacks, something like Thunderhammer Terminators. So
yeah.
now they're getting an extra attack just for having being the Angels of Death rule, and if the chaplain does this to them, they're getting an extra attack. That's pretty nice.
Ow. Yeah. Sorry, I just whacked my hand on my table. Not going well. Yeah.
It's okay, we'll get to the flamethrowers that are better than yours in a minute.
Just give up with this crap.
How far back did your eyes just roll then?
Oh, I saw my brain.
Showing off a stratagem, you got Shock and Awe. Black Templars infantry that have disembarked from Land Raider Crusader this turn. Until the end of turn, the enemy cannot fire Overwatch at the unit, and it resolves its attack. When resolving attacks made against the unit, take -1 to hit from them. And it's only 1 CP.
Yeah, I got nothing wrong with that. I just struggle with the whole everything's got to disembark from stuff before the vehicle's even moved. That's mine. I hate that. But anyway.
Yeah, I haven't. Well, you remember I started the whole of 8th edition playing almost a year just with Tyranids, didn't I? So.
Yeah.
Disembarking was either mandatory because you dropped out the sky or because you'd come out of a tunnel. So. Yeah, it has taken. Even now, I mean, I went to that last tournament. I was still sort of going, all right, I've got a Razorback, but how do my guys get out of the Razorback?
Yeah, the big one for me is just the Land Raider because it's no longer an assault vehicle.
Yeah, and then you've got the new what's the new Impulse? Is it Impulsor?
Impulsor.
Yeah, which is an assault vehicle that you can't actually assault out of.
Assault from. Yeah. No. Well, you can if you're close enough, but you've got to drive your tank up close enough, and then we'll spend a turn waiting, and then disembark the next turn. And by that time, the enemy's gone, I know what you're doing here, and run away. So no longer do we have assault vehicles. Anyway, that's a different thing, and yeah.
Yes, distracted by rules. Now this is the bit that I really wanted to look at. This relic. Look at this sword.
Well, that's all right. It's a power sword, but with better damage.
Yeah. I really, I can't wait to see that on one of Rob's models. That's just gonna.
Shout out to Rob.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it's just a sword with better damage.
It's +1 strength as well.
Yeah.
But you think that with the auto hit rolls as well. So you imagine auto hitting on 6s, and suddenly this auto wounding, sorry, on a hit roll of a 6 in the Assault Doctrine.
Yeah, but you've got to go through 3 turns before you can even put that into effect.
Yeah.
Because obviously, go from being devastated to tack to assault, and then oh yeah, lovely. What's it? 3 turns, 2 turns? Yeah, they're 3 turns.
Oh wait, I just realised why you're not too phased by this. Is this anything to do with the fact that most of your characters are almost impossible to kill, being toughness 1 billion with 3-up own fun?
I'm not even thinking about my characters. I'll be honest. I'm not even thinking about my models. It's I just there's points in time where I just think GW get carried away and they give a bit too much love to certain armies as such, and then certain other armies they kind of go, oh well, this is kind of fluffy for you, so this would do, and it'll be a bit OP if we went a bit more than that. And you know, obviously Iron Hands. And then you look at these guys, and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, fair enough. Like, bolster them in the areas where they're going to be lacking. Obviously, psychic phase, right? So bolster them so that they're a bit better in other things. But
I reckon that actually Black Templars could be the top tier Space Marine army right now.
I don't know.
I have a couple of theories on a couple of units, but I won't go into it because it's not what this stream is for. But well, ask me tomorrow on the painting stream. I have a couple of ideas that could be quite a lot of fun. I've already told Rob a couple of them, and this is before these rules came out.
Wow, moving on from average sword
to Super Flamethrower Land. So, sold out in what? 40? No, they changed the release
15
time to
minutes.
9, didn't they?
No, it's still come out of 10.
Still 10. So
still come out of 10, but generally the pre-order stuff ends up going online. I mean, when I was at Canterbury, we used to refresh at about 5:02, and it would generally be there. So 15, 20 minutes. But in saying that, at the same time, how many lots did they make? I said this last time.
Yeah.
Did they make enough for the demand? Which clearly they didn't. But at the same time, yes, there is more stuff coming out on the 25th. You know.
Yeah. Well, let me just check. I mean, eBay earlier, the box set was going for something like 225 at the lowest.
Scalpers, I hate you. We all hate you. You know you're a horrid human being.
180. It has dropped now to 180.
Literally, that's just ridiculous. It was the same thing with cards for Lord of the Rings. No, I'm on a Lord of the Rings page, and people are crying out for the cards because it does make playing easier.
Because
it's just.
I think we're in that same group, aren't we? And there was someone who put up a picture where they were showing that they'd got all of the cards, but they missed out on the dice. And they were genuine. They wanted the cards. They wanted everything because they had loads of armies.
Yeah.
But
I genuinely want like the free people's like ones, or like the good guy cards, because it does make things easier. Granted, you can scan things in and make your own on a computer and whatnot else, but it's not quite the same.
I just realised Twitch chat is not showing up on the screen. Let me resolve that quickly.
I did wonder.
Yeah, because we've had Ian and Fallon in there. Fallon says the site crashed when Andy was putting in payment details for their sister battle. But
ouch.
I'm
did you guys get it in the end though?
I
hope you did, because I know how much you guys wanted them.
Yeah, I would say that it's a no from that comment.
Well, like I said, 25th they're doing it again, so there's a chance. Just kind of. Yeah, that sucks because it's like this. That's another thing I'm saying. Like, two people who genuinely wanted to get hold of it, and there's probably some bloke who sat there who's got like 5 boxes coming to his house just so he can sell them on eBay and, you know, be an absolute bellend.
Yeah.
I think it should have been limited to 1 per email.
Yes.
Not per customer, per email. But don't tell them that, because then by the time people get to it and they go, oh yeah, I'll order this one, and then when they go to do it on the same account again, and it goes, no, don't tell them it's because you're using the same email address. Just tell them no.
I just I think the release as a whole could have been handled a lot better. It's not the first time though. I remember the 6th edition Space Marine Codex crashing their website. I don't know whether this is a misunderstanding of the level of demand, which I doubt it. They're far too good at marketing nowadays to not know what their demand is. I wonder whether this in itself is just another marketing ploy. I don't like to be down on this stuff because I like to be a happy person about everything, but
it always is. It's because it's got a limited edition book inside of it. It's going to be a case of, ooh, first come, first serve. Like, you know, be the one special person who's got it, or be that one person who's not going to actually use the book.
Yeah.
Just have it sat in a collection so they can sell it for a lot of money at a later stage. I think we're getting off topic anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
It's something we can discuss tomorrow.
Right. So I'm not going to talk about Sister Battle stuff, rules yet. I want to wait until the entire army's out, till we see a book, or at least till we see a bit more, so we know whether they're still going to be the same as like their beta codex has been, or whether they are actually getting a full new going over.
Well, then we can sit down and do a proper video on it anyway.
Yeah, I'd really like to. I mean, this is the first full army for 40k. Okay, yes, they've existed forever, but this is a whole new range, all done in plastic, which they haven't done for 40k for a really long time.
No.
I don't even want to... Tau? No. Which one came first? Tau or Necrons?
No. Necrons.
Yeah.
I think.
So it'd be Tau would be...
There hasn't been a whole new army for 40k, apart from obviously like Death Watch, but there's still Space Marines at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I am excluding the...
And Genestealer Cult. But
yeah, actually no, I'll give them Genestealer Cult actually, and again a massive range, really
Harlequins.
nicely done.
Harlequins, but they're like a very small range.
Yeah, and you could make a Harlequins force with the Elder kits that were available.
Yeah.
It would be a lot harder to do like the Genestealer Cult because I mean they got all new vehicles and.
Yeah, the vehicle wise, yeah, but like infantry.
I think we're getting distracted again there.
Here is some. Yeah.
Anyway. Hello. I'm not going to say your name as that's Epic Troll. Ah. I love that.
Good try.
Good try. Please follow us on Twitch so that we get more followers, so we get closer to 50. No matter what your name is. So the only mechanic I really want to talk about really quickly about the sisters is the miracle dice. So these are like Ben, you've definitely played my Zinch and AOS Disciples of Zinch. Basically, you roll 9 dice at the start of the game. Wait, excellent. You see, you talk to someone even if you don't actually say their name and they follow you. Hello, hello, Cum69. Welcome to the channel.
Hello, I swallow Cum 69-1.
Yep, and thanks you for the follow, the real Gale.
Yeah, I said it. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So
this thing you're seeing here is kind of Custodian Sloth. Hello.
Oh, hello. Yeah. So with the Zinch ones, you roll these 9 dice at the start, and you get to use those dice for rolls later on. So, say you had a 1, you might use it for a battle shock test, so that you could bring back D6 pink horrors, something like that. Or you might use a 6 to guarantee that your Lord of Change gets a power off. Custodian Sloth, yes, we are from England. Hello, whereabouts are you from? So the sisters with the miracle dice have a similar mechanic here. That basically, when people, so a unit with your from your army with an Axe of Faith ability is destroys an enemy unit. So when you kill off an enemy unit, you would get one of these dice. You roll it, and you get to then replace I think it's replace a roll later on with that dice. Now I think that's really nice, very sort of fitting.
But it keeps in line with their old sort of faith mechanic.
Yeah.
So.
And very, very, very useful in good hands. If you know the kind of dice roll that you need to replace, that is a really strong mechanic, which means Mike is going to be extra scary with his sisters when we play him in the future.
Yeah.
Excellent. The USA. Whereabouts in the USA, Custodian Sloth? Alright, so that was the only rule thing that I want to mention with the sisters. Should we move on to the models that were revealed earlier? Or not earlier,
yes.
This week.
Let's move on to the section where you butcher names.
Who's ready for me to butcher some names? So, first off, we have the customizable Canoness kit.
Yeah.
I believe just before we started, you had a couple of things to say about this model, Ben?
No, just irritates me that they get a customizable Canoness and Primaris Space Marines no longer, well, we're starting to have Space Marines have no flavour. Because, yeah, we can't customise Primaris. Like, what's that all about?
Oh, I'm sure we will get a customizable. It will be a Primaris captain we'll get. We won't get a customizable Primaris lieutenant because they just like selling us as many different versions of that model as possible.
Yeah. At least you also said lieutenant.
Yes. Well, for the American audience, lieutenant. But as we are from England, it is lieutenant. Yeah, I think it's really. I really like that they're getting off the bat a customizable HQ choice. I think that's really nice.
Oh yeah, no. There should be customizable HQs for all armies.
Apart from that, right? Let's see if I can say these correctly. So first off, we have the Hospitaller, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're nodding. Didn't you say before this that you were going to have trouble saying these ones as well? And you were just
no, I told you this before the stream. I told you what the names were.
Yeah, so she's got an injured sister battled by her feet, and she's, well, hopefully she's not reading the last rites there, but in fact, I think she might be ignoring her.
She's like, Sister Mary, save me. She's like, shush now, trying to read some stuff.
Then we have the Dialogus.
I'd imagine so, because it's kind of like she's reading a lot of dialogue, so...
Yeah, again, I think it's a...
Yeah, she's reciting Madonna lyrics. Like a virgin.
Well, I don't think Games Workshop have ever gone into whether they are like nuns and certain orders of priests.
We all know they're nuns. They're nuns with guns. That's how they are. That's how they've always been. Nuns with guns.
Well, I was thinking Vow of Chastity. That's what I was getting at. I don't know if they follow it.
Anyway.
You're the one who started singing Like a Virgin.
Anyway, we've got a lot of slides to get through by the looks of this.
Yes. Yeah, and the Imagifier. Imagifier? That sounds almost right to me. This is my favourite. Look at that. It's not a banner. It's a statue, and it's the same size as her.
Yeah, but it's made of polystyrene. That's why she can carry it so easily.
Oh, excellent. Now for the best one out of the lot. Right. Ben, you're gonna have to say this one. I don't trust myself to even attempt to pronounce. Alright, Junith. Something.
Oh, this is Juno.
Juno.
No, Junith Erusha is how I would say that.
Yeah, that. For my. For me, that looks right. I'm not going to try and say it myself because I will murder it.
Personally, yeah, I really like this model for the for just that eagle alone. That needs a hell of a lot of cutting off and putting it on to something else. Yeah. That's just awesome.
And the two skeletons holding the two heavy, what I'm guessing are two heavy flamers there underneath as well.
I would imagine so. Excuse me.
You know, everything down to those names on the steps. The model itself.
I would imagine that that's potentially like these were the names of people past who floated up on this thing.
Maybe, but they also might be saints as well, because the Escalarchi have a real thing for writing a million saints.
Sivana, Mina, Lucia, Arabella, Dominica, and Catherine.
Yeah. That or their worlds that have been purged.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that eagle is fantastic. Yeah, definitely.
You've got the close-up of her, haven't you?
I've skipped on to the next one now. What was... I'll skip back to it. Is it the... I
was going to say, if you look at the close-up of her... Little girl. Yeah, if you look at her, she kind of looks like she's going, ooh! And she burns you alive.
She's giving
but yeah, that eagle is amazing.
Yeah. Giving you a stern...
I really like how they've painted it.
Yeah, I need to work on my stone effect.
Ooh, they are really, really nice.
Custodian Sloth, you can stick around. We like you. Right, moving on from the sisters. Forgeworld's pre-order for the week.
So I did not even notice the red gobbo on the back of that gun. Makes me feel like I should revitalise my red gobbo army.
I had not seen that either. Oh wow.
It's great. It's great.
Really good. So, yeah, Tyranids. If this had that face, right? That's the face. There's a reason why I was saying Tyranids, because this thing would murder them if it had 8th edition rules, but it doesn't.
Right, okay, because I was going to say, Dorito.
Yeah, I know, boat dreadnought.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one you can play with in the bathtub.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how much I would trust the electrics of the 41st or the 30th millennium.
Well, that's because you're not a salamander. We build things properly.
Yeah, you also have a habit of coming back from death. But yeah, so 2 massive Volkite weapons and a big collection of lovely missiles there, and not to mention 2 heavy flamers as well. That's an infantry killer. I mean,
yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, I mean,
that'll do, pig. That'll do.
Not quite Iron Hands. Well, you know, not everyone can be that stubborn and great. So stubborn you lose your head.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, those have gone up for sale now. I believe the missiles do have a set of rules in 8th. I would have to check my book. I've only recently been looking at bringing the Dreadio to games, and that was mainly because of the Invan bubble it gives. But yeah, I don't know. I might break it out for the 30k campaign that we're running. That might be the time to bring the Dreadio out.
If you roll it.
If I roll it, yes, as we are doing a randomised campaign. Well,
Yeah, the guns are cool. The guns are cool.
okay,
Ah!
so yeah, Warhammer the Old World.
Let me explain it. So this is Warhammer the Old World. There may be square bases. There may be something coming from the old world of Warhammer. We don't know anything because they don't tell us anything. All those people who burnt their armies that are on square bases, and all those people who didn't and converted to round bases, well done you.
Did you see my comment
not fast.
on Instagram earlier when I put up the video?
No.
Okay, see, what I'm thinking is, right now you can play your lizardmen who are a memory of the army they were. In 3 years, you may be able to play your lizardmen as a memory of the army they were. Just on square bases.
Yeah. Don't want to go on square bases.
No,
square bases were boring because we had all these models that were like,
yeah.
instead of being awesome, cool poses and stuff.
What I'm hoping is, if they do go back to rank and file, that they do something that the bases they are currently on can just slot straight into.
Yeah, exactly. They need to be like the War of the Ring bases that they had for Lord of the Rings back in the day, where you could just take round bases, stick them onto square bases, happy days.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we don't know anything.
No, this is the point. I mean, like, literally, we've got a painting stream tomorrow. That's where I want to talk about this, because this is a newscast. It's not for talking about what potentially might happen in 2 to 3 hours' time. You know.
Exactly. Custodian Sloth gets it. He knows.
Yeah. I can't see them bringing out a system, for example, where they can't let you play the new models in it. So they'll hammer some of that stuff into the fluff somehow. So
oh god,
yeah, let's
Sea Marines in the old world.
Well, no, I think
let's move on.
I think that would be the line, but
more than likely, Mocha. More than likely.
Yeah, we'll move on because let's go. So today,
next,
only a good 3.5 hours ago, they gave us the pre-orders for next week.
Made to order stuff.
That's it, and it's all made to order stuff, and I'm kind of excited. We discussed this really quickly ahead of time. You've got the Archconfessor Kirinoth. Again, me murdering some names.
Standard.
Nearly. Yeah, the Papa. As a fan
kind of feel like he
Ghost.
needs to have a little. I kind of feel like he needs to have a little, like peasant behind him going.
Or a bard.
There once was a brave man, Sir Robin.
Yes, I love that bit. In fact, we talked about getting a soundboard. I think we need the whole Sir Robin thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice model. I always like that model. It was great, but yeah, unless he's going to have rules and stuff,
I think he does.
Oh, we lost the chat
he does
again.
In the Inquisition thing. I think I just killed the Twitch chat. Right, I've loaded it again, but all the comments went away. Sorry. Right, so him, and then we have.
Yeah, we need to get through these pretty quick.
Yeah, we have 4 Inquisitors.
Another Sister of Battle.
No, it's they're all yeah, I get it now. You made a funny, and I went straight over my head. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This won't get turned into a meme like last week.
That was funny. Anyway.
Yep.
So yeah,
1
old models that are like
2,
being remade.
3.
It's got a weird
4.
face.
Yep.
It's got a cool flamer. That model I like.
What, the chunky Inquisitor with the bolt gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cool model.
Yeah, he's though he's the real zealot one, isn't he? He's purging you because you've wronged some really obscure.
You sneezed at church.
And not just you've died, but everyone within a 5 pew radius of you has also died.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good guy. He sticks to the rules.
Yeah.
Even true. Okay, apart from them, we've got the Demon Hosts coming back. Now, this is actually something I might pick up. Because I love these Demon Hosts. I think...
You would do.
Yeah.
they're weird and chaosy.
I chuck them in my Renegades and Heretics army as something.
Summoning posts.
Summoning posts. And then they're giving us back the 4 assassin models. I quite like them.
Yeah, I just don't understand the logic behind, oh, look, we've got these awesome plastic models that are full of conversion potential anyway and all this, and then we're just going to give you these incredibly skinny, incredibly tiny little dudes who are supposed to be a sat and everything.
Yes, welcome back, chat. Yeah, I get it, but some older models do have quite a following. Like, for example, the old Nagash model that, looked like a very, very scary clown.
It's because people can't just let things die and change.
What, like the old world?
Yeah, GW. Like the old world. Let it die.
Alright.
Just let it go.
Right, we have almost managed to keep this under half an hour. We haven't, it's almost 40 minutes, but we're going to run through the finishing bit really quickly. They have revealed what the next psychic fun time storyline thing is. Ben, what's it called?
Alright.
Faith and Fury is part of the Psychic Awakening. Yeah.
That thing.
And it's going to be Blood Angels and Tyranids. Yeah, Blood and Bugs.
Blood and bugs. Blood and bugs.
We are both Tyranid players. I am really excited because I always enjoy munching on some terrible Blood Angels, especially if they get a nice new Mephiston to get munched.
Might have to get the alien nids out again.
Yeah.
Get some paint on them.
Yep, very excited by that, and it'd be really nice to see the Nids get some. If everyone else is getting power creep, give us some power creep for the Nids.
What, you mean like the ability to have better armor saves and the ability to have things like invulnerable saves?
Invuns. If they give us some
maybe a bug that gives them a psychic invuln bubble.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And does jack all else.
I've closed the poll. We only had one vote on it in the end. Fallon said no, she does not want to buy into Warhammer Fantasy Battles. She doesn't have to. She has demons.
Well, yeah, but, she would still have to convert things to square bases, or, like, if she wants to be able to play fantasy and then play Age of Sigmar, then maybe magnetize the bases, and then that just becomes a palaver, and it's just like, no. Stop, GW. Stop creeping on the people who miss fantasy.
Does not serve. Age of Redux, yep. I mean, the memes are there. In fact, tomorrow, when we're having a painting stream from 7:30 through to whenever people poke off, we will be discussing Cetra not serving, my terrible ability to run a stream and paint. Ben will be obviously painting something awesome.
Well, that's providing I can come.
Providing that you can come. We'll be picking on Steve because he plays
Ultramarines
and paints Ultramarines, and that's what you do to people who play Ultramarines. Fallon, you might get your soundboard, but maybe.
End Times was cool. It was about the only good thing of fantasy after they kind of went, well, we've done the whole world, so yeah, let's kill it.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to sign off. We will see everyone either tomorrow or next week at the same time. So if anyone doesn't watch... Sorry?
Yeah, carry on.
Sorry. For anyone who isn't regular with us, we do this every Sunday, 9 o'clock GMT. And we're on YouTube and on Twitch. If you're watching us on YouTube, please come and watch us on Twitch, because on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Warcast_gaming, I didn't murder it this week, the chat goes on the screen. We see your chat more regularly. I think my phone has not been keeping up with YouTube tonight, so if anyone has said anything on there, I have missed it. Yeah, so please come join us on Twitch. If you want to rewatch this video, it is going up on YouTube and Twitch tomorrow, but YouTube, it will stay there forever, whereas Twitch, it goes after a month, I think.
Go bye-bye.
Bye bye. Apart from that, keep up with news, what we're painting, we're doing on whether we do back reps and any of that stuff on Facebook /Warcast Gaming and Instagram /Warcast_gaming. Right.
And Warcast Bear on Instagram.
Oh yes, yeah, and Warcast
That's
Bear.
me.
You do get linked quite a bit. In fact, I linked you in that awesome model from oh god, I've forgotten the name of the studio now. Yeah, we need them, just one each.
Yeah. And then we'll paint it, and yeah, I'll have an awesome model to be able to put on a shelf.
Oh, I think you could probably use it for something in your Beastman army.
Oh well, yeah, probably. But
Depending on
that means I've got to do something with the Beastman army.
Right.
Maybe that's the army I can put on square bases in there.
Yeah, I think that's where we need to end. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me, Warcast Bear. I remember to call you Warcast Bear that time, see? Right, and thank you very much, chat, for joining us. We will see you either tomorrow or next week.